Well, it's a Monday morning and I'm back to work. I haven't been doing this for about 3 weeks, so uh, it's it's hard getting back into it. So I get back to the site and ask the guys, "What do you need?" So I need some paint. So you can see there, a couple of buckets of paint, got a couple of tub surrounds, and I'm going back into the walked back into Richie's. Walked taking back the dolly for the paint, and boom, walk straight into a wall. Bam. And nobody saw me. All they heard was ouch. Like, ouch, what? I was like, I walked into a wall, which doesn't do a whole lot for that establishing that image of being in control. Anyways, or even being sober. Like, what are you doing? Like, I haven't had a coffee yet. I haven't been working for 3 weeks. I'm just getting back into it. And I got to thinking about that, how many times we get out of good habits. Not necessarily we get into bad habits, we just get out of the good ones. And we decide that, you know what, I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna start doing my devotions again. I'm gonna get back into my prayer life. I'm going to start going back to church, or I'm going to, and you know what, fill in the blank. Whatever spiritual discipline that you have neglected, and you go to get back into it, and you start off and you start walking into walls, and it's like, man, I had this wasn't an issue for me, why is it now? Like, when we neglect the gift or the discipline, we get dull and we need to be sharpened again. And a lot of times we get back and we get disappointed we're not where we were, and we get frustrated that we had an expectation of our capacity, which is now no longer. And it can be disappointing. It's like walking into a wall when people hear you. And God says, you know what? We got to start again. I'm going to take you from where you are. You slid backwards. And your capacities and your disciplines have been, they've been limited and diminished. And I want to get you back. And God, a great thing about God doesn't look at us and say, you stupid, you this, you that. He goes, you know what? Let's go. When Peter stepped out into the water and walked on the water and then began to sink, and Jesus reached down and pulled him back up, Jesus didn't chastise him. He was just there for him. And then they went and took a stroll. And in our lives, Jesus just wants to take us by the hand and say, come on, let's go. Let's go for a stroll. In the middle of everything that you're going through, in the middle of your struggles, in the middle of your lack of discipline, in the middle of your diminished capacities, in the middle of your unhoned gifts, Jesus said, I'm just going to take you by the hand and we're going to walk. And the great thing about Jesus, when he takes you by the hand and he goes for a walk, he doesn't walk you into walls.